In today's news, Wheatley says Virgin Islands will expand global networks in 2026. JMC COMMUNIQUE cites defense, security, and self-determination. Pickering highlights trust fund urging adaptation needs. LLOYD Road and Nottingham Estate Road works underway. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
We mash the gas, them bite the dust. We set the speed while they gathering rust. Inside we heart BVI come first. So please don't be fooled cause they not like us. Once we mash the gas, them bite the dust. Cause we always fast and we always fuss. If you want real speed, you know who to trust. Somebody better tell them they're not like who? They're not like us. CCT fast, like CCT fast, like CCT just generosity, love the community bad, like CCT first with the 5G, cause BVI is we.
Just give me my service.
Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Welcome to the Thursday, December 4th edition of 284 News. I am Jacques Wooding Donovan, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. A sound commitment from Premier and Minister for Finance, Dr. Natalia Wheatley, and his government to bolster the territory's diplomatic efforts. In his 2026 budget address, Premier Wheatley stated that in the new year, they will continue to build the diplomatic network to ensure that the Virgin Islands' voice is heard where its interests are being discussed. Dr. Wheatley emphasized that through diplomatic service structures, the territory will continue to develop its networks with international institutions and will continue to constructively engage with them to its mutual benefit.
My government will prioritize the adoption and implementation of a national diplomatic service framework to coordinate and safeguard the Virgin Islands' interests abroad more effectively. Efforts will be focused on expanding and deepening strategic relationships with regional and international stakeholders. These initiatives will directly support the objective of strengthening foreign relations and build upon the foundational work undertaken in 2025. Mr. Speaker, the initiatives and priorities I have shared are detailed in a document called the Medium-Term Development Strategy. Implementation of the strategy is monitored at a mid-year review where ministers, permanent secretaries, and heads of departments convene to assess the progress towards meeting the objectives and make any necessary adjustments to ensure that goals are met. This process holds everyone accountable to each other and has proven to be a valuable tool to drive effective implementation. The mid-year review is also used to initiate the planning process for the upcoming year, which ensures continuity of plans from year to year.
Meanwhile, the United Kingdom has reaffirmed its commitment to defending the sovereignty and security of the Virgin Islands and other overseas territories, according to a joint ministerial council communique that also emphasized self-determination, maritime security, and coordinated efforts to address rising crime and migration challenges.
The United Kingdom has reaffirmed its commitment to defending its sovereignty over the British Virgin Islands and its other territories against external threats. This was confirmed in a joint communique following the Joint Ministerial Council, JMC meetings in the UK. According to the communique, the UK and overseas territories recognize that threats to the overseas territories are deemed to be a threat to the UK. It said due to the island geography of most overseas territories, maritime security is critical to economic stability, overall security, and the protection of the marine environment, and the UK government said it remains committed to providing support within the maritime domain of the overseas territories. The communique said further that the principle of equal rights and self-determination of peoples, as enshrined in the UN Charter, applies to the peoples of the British overseas territories. The UK and overseas territories have reaffirmed the importance of respecting and promoting the right of self-determination for the peoples of the territories, which is a collective responsibility of all parts of the UK government. The document says they will continue to explore ways in which the overseas territories can maintain international support in countering hostile sovereignty claims. For those territories with permanent populations who wish it, the UK will continue to support requests for the removal of the territory from the United Nations list of non-self-governing territories. The UK says it will continue to support those territories who wish to attend the Special Committee on Decolonization, C24, and UN Fourth Committee meetings. The UK has pledged to work decisively with all territories affected by rising crime to uphold their responsibility to protect their people and to strengthen security and justice across the UK family. The UK also said they underlined that such a serious challenge can only be addressed sustainably by holistic and multi-agency solutions. Through coordination, defense, and operational support and reform across the security and criminal justice sectors, through regional cooperation and action which also addresses core societal problems and includes appropriate safeguarding measures. And the UK has committed to working in partnership with the overseas territories to support the capability and capacity required for affected territories to tackle complex challenges from irregular migration, including from those seeking asylum. Building on the successes of the Regional Asylum Training Program, currently delivered by the Home Office, and ensuring the stability of the overseas territories.
Up next, Pickering highlights trust fund and urgent adaptation needs, as well as LLOYD Road and Nottingham Estate roadworks underway. These and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun to people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Just give me my service.
Yeah! Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. With the British Virgin Islands situated in a prime hurricane region, like many other Eastern Caribbean states, disaster preparedness through necessary funding is a must. More details in this report. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, the regional body dedicated to economic integration and good governance, recently hosted discussions that brought forward renewed attention to climate resilience across its 11 member states. Representing the British Virgin Islands at the event was Dr. Pickering, who delivered key remarks on the territory's climate financing mechanisms and urgent needs in the face of worsening environmental threats. Dr. Pickering outlined the role of the British Virgin Islands Climate Change Trust Fund, explaining how it is structured, how it is financed, and how it supports ongoing adaptation and resilience projects throughout the territory.
We not only got beyond ourselves because of our deep-seated commitment to our environment and the establishment of our climate change legislation and then the trust fund, we decided to take the initiative to capitalize that fund ourselves so that every visitor to the British Virgin Islands has to pay a $10 levy when you enter the country to help protect our environment so that you not only can enjoy it, but the generations to come will be able to enjoy it. And last count, we have been able to raise something like $5.5 million just from the levy alone to be able to capitalize our fund. And so we are at a place now where we are seeking an advancement in finding funds to put in our fund to do all the things that are necessary for our environmental sustainability.
He emphasized that as a small island jurisdiction highly exposed to the climate's impacts, the BVI requires sustained and flexible funding to safeguard vulnerable communities and critical infrastructure. During his presentation, Dr. Pickering appealed for greater foreign assistance, stressing that the BVI should have access to additional international support, particularly during emergencies or severe climate-related events.
Is by putting at the forefront our climate change trust fund. We are saying to you, we have done as much as we can do. We've gone as far as we can go in terms of being able to fund ourselves. We need help now to be able to move forward. We have established a structure that we think other countries can emulate to get us to this point. And if we are successful in the next step, then other countries in the Caribbean, small island developing states, overseas countries themselves can just pick up the ball from where we have come to be able to advance the whole agenda of being able to access those funds. So the Global Climate Fund, the Green Fund, all of those names mean little or nothing to us because we don't have the opportunity that is available vis-a-vis the human resource manpower to be able to access the funding. And that is one of the things that we are here, so soliciting help in that we are telling you we've done our part. Others can follow our path, but we need now help to take us to the next level to be able to access those funds.
As climate risks intensify across the Eastern Caribbean, the OECS has reaffirmed its commitment to working collectively on resilience and resource mobilization, an effort reflected in discussions as Dr. Pickering's call for expanding access to emergency climate funding. In other news, the Ministry of Communications and Works continues its series of road improvement projects across LLOYD Road and Nottingham Estate.
The Ministry of Communication and Works has announced that rehabilitation works are now underway at LLOYD Road and 2 sections of Nottingham Estate as part of ongoing efforts to improve road safety and infrastructure. According to the ministry, nightly works began on Thursday at LLOYD Road, where teams have started preliminary activities, including cutting and surveying.
These works are in preparation for road rehabilitation, sidewalk improvement, and drainage issues in this area.
Officials say the project aims to reduce water settlement along the roadway and provide a smoother, safer driving experience for motorists. Drivers are advised to use the alternate route around Banco Popular during the construction period. The ministry has committed to installing appropriate signage to guide traffic. Rehabilitation works are also progressing in the upper and lower areas of Nottingham Estate. In the upper section, crews have commenced preparations for concrete reinforcement works, including curb walls and slipper drains. The lower area, located above Stickett, will also undergo upgrades to resolve persistent infrastructural challenges.
The area in Lower Nottingham Estate above the Stickett is also where work is going to be done to rehabilitate and mitigate numerous problems in this area.
The Ministry of Communication and Works has apologized for any inconvenience caused and thanked the public for its patience during these essential improvement projects, said communications specialist Dean the Sportsman Greenaway.
Up next, Ministry says every child's uniqueness brings magic and urges self-sufficiency in fight against domestic violence. These are more stories when 284 News returns.
My name is Henry Bosch. I work for PPG. I'm here to explain to you the use of the Deltron NXT paint line and Enviro-based high performance, one being solvent-borne and the next being waterborne. The difference is that one is totally manufactured with rosins and thinners and all the good stuff that solvents bring versus our new technology, which is waterborne, which is 100% latex. What we're gonna do is that we reduce the solvent-borne with a DT885, which is a mid-temp reducer, and the waterborne uses T494, which is a waterborne reducer. We will today be using either DCU 2042, which is a speed clear, or we will be using DCU 2021, which is a classic. We have here our equipment. We have 8-ounce measuring cups, and we also have our 32-ounce mixing cup. We will also have with us our Venturi. This is a blower for us to dry the waterborne paint, which speeds up the process. The good thing about waterborne paint is that as soon as it evaporates, you're good to go. So now Gilligan will dilute the waterborne paint with the waterborne reducer. We made 8 ounces, that would be 1.6 ounce. It always has to be properly mixed until we get an even mixture within the paint mixing cup. So when we spray, we don't see uneven coats of color. So right now we're filling our paint gun with 8 ounces of diluted paint. We're gonna see how far 8 ounces will take us. Waterborne paint seems to look blotchy on your first coat. Don't pay no mind to that. Don't try to achieve full coverage on your first spray. Excellent. Let it dry. So the process in waterborne is 2 even coats, and then we have what we call a dust coat. Well, now we're gonna have Mr. Brown apply the first coat of clear on his waterborne panel. We'll let it flash off, and then he'll come back and coat it with his second coat to finish it off. As you had seen in the previous shots, we had a little blotchiness, and you'll see some patches. That's all due on purpose to sandpaper to prove that with Enviro-based high performance, all technicians, the body work has to end at 800 grit or plus. Well, Enviro-based is like we're trying to shift everyone into that slowly but surely. The entire west coast of the United States and all of Canada has already been on waterborne for the past 10 years. And now soon it'll be the eastern seaboard, which covers the Caribbean. So when that happens, we'll all be affected. So it's best to start now, start trying and applying waterborne, because eventually everyone will be on it. And referring to technicians, it's less harmful because it doesn't have all the toxic chemicals that solvent-borne paints do.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? Wheatley, you want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Ministry of Education is marking Special Education Week by celebrating diverse learning abilities under the theme, I lead, I learn, I'm different, and that is my superpower. They are also highlighting student achievements and promoting more inclusive, supportive learning environments. More in this report. The Ministry of Education is placing emphasis this week on special education. Special Education Week this year is celebrated under the theme, I lead, I learn, I'm different, and that's my superpower. This theme is aimed at inspiring and empowering students, emphasizing that diversity in learning abilities is not just acknowledged, but celebrated as a valuable asset. Throughout Special Education Week, the ministry will honor the students and educators within the community by sharing their inspiring stories and accomplishments via daily posts on Facebook. These highlights showcase the strength and determination of these individuals, illustrating how their differences contribute to their unique perspectives and talents. Officials say the initiative underscores the ministry's dedication to creating an educational environment where all children can thrive together, fostering a culture of understanding, acceptance, and collaboration among peers, educators, and families. Special education teacher Shanika Maynard, in a recent awareness video, stated that difference is not something to hide. It must be honored.
My difference is that I see potential where others might see a challenge. I believe in possibilities that go beyond test scores and even labels. That's my superpower. I've learned to celebrate progress, not perfection, to find joy in small victories, to listen before speaking, and to remind my students that their unique way of thinking, moving, and feeling is a gift to this world. Our difference makes our classrooms stronger, our communities richer, and our hearts more open. So today, I celebrate every student and teacher who dares to be different, because that's where the magic begins.
Meanwhile, Mrs. British Virgin Islands 2024, Rhonda Victor Pinnock, delivered a powerful and deeply personal message on Monday as she appeared on the program Talking Points to discuss her experience with domestic abuse and the steps needed to prevent others from facing similar situations. During the interview, she discussed healing, prevention, and shared responsibility among society in breaking the cycles of violence.
Yeah. Because gender-based violence, it's not just physical. Sometimes people be verbally abused and we're taking it and we're thinking it's okay emotionally.
It's not just physical abuse, it's sexual abuse as well.
Yes, financial abuse, and we think it's the norm. Again, that comes with cultural norms and what we think about men and women roles and
what
gender.
What we are willing to hide and just because we don't want our neighbors to know that this is happening to us, So, and then women have to watch out for themselves. I mean, of course, there are men, because when I was in domestic violence, I had men who would come to me to talk about, because, like I said, it has to do with power.
Yes.
A lot of this gender-based violence has to do with power. And they would say, so-and-so is happening, and they don't know, how to deal with it. But if you're in a relationship, whether you're married to someone or not, and you see the relationship is not going the way you want it to go, then you need to look for help and step out of that situation. You don't want it to get to a place where you can't do anything or you get your death. You don't want that. And children learn what they live.
Yes, definitely. And that is another reason too why women or men should seek independence, self-independence.
Exactly.
Educate yourself so you're not fully dependent on the man or the woman for their funds. Get your own bank account. Even getting an escape plan if you're in the situation itself. Know how you're going to get out of it. Again, it's community involvement. The community needs to support instead of talking about it and demeaning the person and making fun of that person. And being judgmental even. Because never did I in 1,000 years thought I would find myself in such a situation.
Victor Pinnock, who has become well known for being an advocate in the fight against the gender-based and domestic violence, has earned recognition both locally and internationally. Speaking openly about her journey, Victor Pinnock emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and personal empowerment, urging individuals, especially women, to build independence so they are not forced to rely on a partner for survival or safety.
So separating was not too difficult for me. I was happy when he left, honestly. So the girls, I was happy that they too were protected. They were no longer seeing this violent behavior in the home. So it wasn't too difficult. Thankfully to this, we had some challenges with supporting the girls in the beginning. So now he's doing that. So life is amazing. I couldn't be much happier. Again, that's my story. And even I want to encourage persons who are going out, encourage persons who are out there and you're going through this. Make the ending of your story your ending, the ending you want it to be. You're creating your own narrative. I like to say now, rewrite your narrative. Yes, it's going to happen. Yes, maybe it's happening. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question. Are you going to stay in it and drown? Or are you going to rise up, use your voice, use the power that is given to you naturally? Your perpetrator does not give you any power. He or she only takes away from you. So reclaim your independence, reclaim your joy, reclaim your freedom.
And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I am Jacques Wooding Donovan, and I will see you again tomorrow. So have yourself a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.